Alright, what's up guys, it's the Croc here, and today we're going to be going over my Season 8 guide to playing Renekton. So in this video we're going to be covering the pregame, so everything you need to know in terms of what runes to take, what items to take, and going over a bit of what kind of matchups you're going to take each build in a correspondence with. So first we're going to go over the runes. Press the attack right now is the best keystone to be taking on Renekton. With the Grasp of the Undying updates, it might change a little bit because they're bringing back a lot of aspects from Fervor of Battle while downscaling it quite a bit. I have two different rune pages I like to take in terms of Press the Attack. We start obviously with Press the Attack, Triumph, Bloodline, and Coup de Grace. That's standard over all the Press the Attack rune pages that you should be taking. The secondary runes, I like to go Resolve with Conditioning and Second Wind, while on the other one, you go Taste of Blood and Ravenous Hunter. Conditioning and Second Wind is if you want to just play a generic lane. Second Wind scales really well with Doran's Shield. It gives you a lot of health back if you're against a poke champion. Taste of Blood and Ravenous Hunter, you only take if you know you're going to win that lane, and it really helps with building full Lifesteal Renekton because you heal a crap ton off of everything. Electrocute you're going to be taking if you're trying to go for that Assassin Renekton with the lethality and AD. So for this rune page, you're going to start Electrocute, Sudden Impact, Eyeball, and Ravenous Hunter. You're going to take Sudden Impact to get that burst of lethality on your dash. Eyeball gives you that extra AD, and Ravenous Hunter still gives you that healing. Your secondary runes are going to be in the Precision. So you're going to take Triumph and Coup de Grace, so you get that extra health and extra gold off of takedowns. And Coup de Grace lets you take down lower health enemy champions. The third and final keystone you should be thinking about in terms of Renekton is Grasp of the Undying. Grasp of the Undying is really good for scaling later into the game, and with the updates, with the fervor aspects that it's going to be gaining, is really useful. So you're going to be taking Grasp of the Undying, Demolish so you get that extra max health proc on that tower. You're going to take Conditioning so you get the Armor and MR, and Second Wind so you can heal up after poke. Your secondary is going to be Precision again with Triumph and Coup de Grace, so you do more damage to lower health champions, and you get that extra burst of regained health on takedowns. In terms of starting items, it all depends on what kind of laner and team you're against. Right now, Doran's Shield is definitely the safest pick for any top lane matchup you're going to be in. It's mainly useful against heavy poke top laners, and if their enemy team has a lot of poke in general, like a Varus or Ahri, things like that. Doran's Blade is if you're pretty confident with your matchup, not too confident, but you think that the lifesteal in lane is going to really help you. It's not good against lanes like Teemo or Quinn because those are very high poke matchups. You're going to want that Doran's Shield. But Doran's Blade helps you with that early game damage and extra lifesteal in lane. If you're really confident about your matchup, you're going to start Longsword Triple Pot. And this is only, again, if you're really confident that you're going to win lane hard, and if you want to head straight for that Phage or the Tiamat. So lanes where this is okay would be like Riven or Yasuo, where they have no chance to win. Zero chance to win that matchup. So the first build set that we're going to be talking about is a build set where you would be taking Electrocute, the Electrocute rune set, and this is a full lethality AD Assassin Renekton. So your job using this build is to either split push, nobody can 1v1 you with this, or in team fights, you're just going to literally flash on their backline and take out their AD or their mid lane carry. So the build would go Duskblade, Yuma's Ghostblade, Edge of Night, Blade of the Ruined King, Ravenous Hydra, and your choice of boots depending on if you're versus AD or AP. This build especially relies heavily on the fact that you can win lane against your matchup. If you cannot win lane, you should not be going this build. The second build set that we're going to be talking about is a totally lifesteal reliant build set, and personally it's my favorite with Press the Attack. You rush Ravenous Hydra, and then you go Death Stance. That's two items with 80 AD. you clear minion waves really fast, and you do a crap ton of damage. Your next lifesteal item depends heavily on what kind of matchup you're in. You're going to go Maw of Malmortius if you're against like an AP top laner such as Rumble or Teemo, or you're going to go Blade of the Rune King if you're versus like a Cho'Gath, somebody who stacks and stacks lots of health. Your next item, it also depends on if they're AP or not. You're going to go Visage, Spirit Visage. That increases your healing by a lot. If they don't have AP, replace it with another armor item such as Thornmail or Deadman's. Your next item would be a Randuin's Omen, but if they do not have a crit-based champion like a Yasuo, instead you would go for a Deadman's Plate. Your last item is obviously your choice of boots, whether that be a Merc Treads for AP and CC team, or Ninja Tabby for an armor-based game. For a general rule for the next two builds, you need to get Black Cleaver, as that's going to be your main damage item in this game. Your semi-tank set, you're going to rush Black Cleaver, then you have your Tiamat item, whether that be Ravenous Hydra or Titanic Hydra, if you want lifesteal or a bit of a tankier side. Then you're going to go either Merc Treads or Tabby, it's also situational. Your Randuins and your Visage are also situational. And then your last item would be a Thornmail or a Sunfighter or another MR item. Your total tank set would be for matchups like Teemo and Quinn, or like a Vayne, so that you can't get poked out of lane and you still survive those team fights. You're going to rush a Visage or an Adaptive for a matchup like Malzahar, Heimerdinger, Teemo. You rush Tabby versus AD. You need that Black Cleaver. If heavy AP, you build that MR first, or if it's AD, you build the armor first. Randuins and Deadmans are also situational, and at the end, if you think you can get more damage, get a Titanic Hydra, as that will help you survive team fights because it gives you more health. This has been the pregame section of my Season 8 Renekton guide. Stay tuned for the next one.